Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Scott Stengel from the Stengel Brothers Outdoors out of Somerville, Tennessee, and Laconia, Tennessee, is sitting in with us this morning. Brought a lot of goodies over there that I'm looking at, and it's just too bad that Frank Barton couldn't get to the studio. So, but Frank is on the phone with us. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody.
There's the radio voice that all you people look forward to on the third Saturday of each month, and glad to have Frank back on the line with us from West Memphis. And hey, we've talked a lot today, Frank. I know you're teal hunting this morning. Had a great time. You told me this. You haven't done this in a while, right?
I haven't. Very seldom do I get to teal hunt. I think opening day was probably my second time that I can remember.
Yes.
And had so much fun that day, we decided to do it again.
Well, I know you invited me, and then some things came up, but I know he's taking a break from the teal hunting. We're going to talk a little deer hunting right now, Frank, and I know the gentleman on the line with us this morning out of Wisconsin. We'll just say Stevens Point. That's north of us up there, a long way from Memphis, but we're happy to have Dan Schmidt. He is the editor-in-chief of Deer and Deer Hunting, and you folks out there know that I've been reading that publication. Dan, how long has it been in publication?
Oh, Larry, we've been around since 1977.
Wow.
They incorporated it as the Stump Sitters in 1973. It was the first whitetail-specific publication in America. So that's Deer and Deer Hunting's roots all the way back to a lot of people remember the Stump Sitters.
Oh, man, yeah. And we also remember that you've been kind of associated with these guys for a pretty good while, too, over 20 years, right?
21 years in about 2 weeks, actually. So I've spent my almost my entire career here.
Amazing. Well, tell our listeners a little bit about, because I know you guys don't just do deer and deer hunting. You have some other publication that you put out?
Yes. We, as far as publications, we have Deer and Deer Hunting. Turkey and Turkey Hunting is an annual now for turkey hunters. We have Trapper and Predator Caller, Modern Hunter magazine. We have a lot of magazines, but we also have a lot of TV shows and web shows. We have Deer and Deer Hunting TV on NBC Sports, Destination Whitetail on Sportsman's Channel, Land of Whitetail on the Pursuit Network, and then we have Deer Talk Now, which I'm the host of on deeranddeerhunting.com. Growing big. It's a 360 company now, but we like to say we're all things deer, especially for the deer hunting market.
You guys, and Dan, tell me this. I know you've been in the business a long time. You've been able to really spread your wings, so to speak, and stay up with technology. I love your blogs. I love Alan Clements. I know you guys jumped on Miss America and had all the stuff about her skinning rabbits and doing all those things. This is really an information source, isn't it?
Yeah, and like I said, we try to be the 360 source for deer hunters, and any way you want to get us at, whether that's online, digital, print books, television, we try to adhere to the original mission statement of the Stump Sitters, and that's just to bring deer hunters comprehensive and practical information that's going to make them a better deer hunter.
And that's been since day one, right?
Absolutely. It's been since 1977 was when the first magazine came out, so it's been a long time.
And Dan, we're talking to Dan Schmidt. He is the editor-in-chief of Deer and Deer Hunting, and I know you know trends. You know technology has changed in your tenure. Let's talk a little bit about this, Dan, because I know there's no shortage for stories. There's the blogs keep us up to date and everything, but technology in deer hunting and products. I remember I used to grab that magazine just to see what was new. Now we're flooded with all sorts of things.
Yeah, and it's amazing where we've come in the 21 years that I've been here at Deer and Deer Hunting. We've come from. I mean, when I started working here, I still shot a bow and arrow with my fingers. I used aluminum arrows. I think you probably started that way as well.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at just blazing arrow speeds, carbon fibers, skinny arrows that you never thought if you would have looked at that 20 years ago, you say, how in the world could you kill a deer with that? just amazing, precise accuracy, and that's just testament to the engineers and the manufacturers that we have in the hunting industry. I hate to call it an industry. I call it the community, actually.
The community.
Just to make us more successful and to make us better, more ethical hunters.
How have you been able to survive when many other ones have not been able to at what you do?
And what I do is, and this is with anything in life, I've just learned to diversify.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to do radio. I never thought I was going to do television. I never thought I was. But basically, and that's it with anything in life. If you diversify and you really embrace whatever you do, whether my dad was a carpenter, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're a roofer or a mason or whatever you do, if you diversify, you're going to be successful in life, and that's the kind of the attitude that I've taken towards my job.
Your dad was a carpenter?
Yeah, I did that a long time, and I've told this story a lot.
Tell it again.
Ever since I was 6 years old, I had to work with him, and he always said he's going to go to college, excuse me, so he doesn't actually have to work for a living. And that's what he said, because we were all laborers growing up, and that's, I think, what gave me my work ethic was definitely from my dad. Well,
and you've got some big deer in Wisconsin too, Dan.
Oh, we got some tremendous. You have some nice deer down there too, but we have some big, heavy deer. They get big antlers on them. You get a 3.5-year-old buck here. He's going to be 140 inches probably. So we have some great deer. It's top 5, actually probably top 2 for Boone and Crockett, Pope and Young. Just a great place to live and hunt.
Well, I know Scott Stengel he's the deer process. Listen to this over there. What's the biggest deer that you guys have done, Scott, in your 4 years?
Well, as far as weight goes, we're probably around the 220-pound range. As far as measurement, somewhere around the 190s.
190s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big deer, no matter where you go.
That's a big deer. I know. I tell people I've got a 125 on my wall, which I thought was a big deer. Then I entered a deer rally one time, and they put me between a 170 and a 180, and it looks like Mickey Mouse up there. What's big to one person may not be big to another person and everything. How far in advance do y'all work on your magazine and other things, Dan?
Magazines, we run them out. We plan them out about a year in advance, and then we start working on them about 6 months in advance. So the issue that you'll be getting in the mail here, we've actually completed that probably 6-8 weeks ago already.
Wow.
That's kind of how we do it. We try to plan them out quite a bit in advance.
All right, tell our listeners out there in the Memphis area how they can maybe go online, find more information, maybe subscribe to it.
Absolutely. Deer and Deer Hunting. Spell it out. deeranddeerhunting.com. You're going to be able to find out where you can get the magazine. You're going to be able to watch free videos and actually have some exclusive online content. And then also flip on over to our store. We have shopdeerhunting.com. If you can buy back issues, you can buy deer hunting products. So it's deeranddeerhunting.com and shopdeerhunting.com.
Well, Dan, thank you for being with us on this Saturday morning. We'll stay in touch. Great job. I love reading your website. And, folks, I'll have this link on LR Outdoors, my website, and we'll link up again. Thank you, Dan. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good weekend.
All right, thank you. And I know that I wanted to get in something with Frank. He's talking a little bit about the teal part. It's been pretty good, hasn't it? Is Frank still there? We've lost Frank.
I'll get him.
All right, we want to get Frank because I want to make sure that we get the teal process there. But pretty good. We have good deer. I mean,
Fayette County's got a lot of
Fayette
deer.
County's got a lot of deer. What do you guys? Is it getting better? I mean, are you doing? Is it growing?
The deer population is growing.
It is, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so big deer. You'll start. When do you guys? I guess once the bow season cranks up, you guys will be busy time.
Right. We're pretty steady through October, but the 1st of November it just cranks up. It gets crazy.
Oh man. All right. Well, I don't want to say this guy's crazy, but hey Frank, sorry we lost you. You there now?
I'm back.
I wanted to after we talked to Dan a little bit about the teal season because you've got us all interested. How's it been?
Teal season is don't know that much about it because I hadn't been that often, but it's kind of like dove hunting, and you can be there one day and the birds are there, and you can go back the next and they're gone. I've already experienced that this past week. But it's pretty good today. It was really good opening day, and it's just It's a lot of fun. You can go out there in shirt sleeves. And,
yes, you can. Yeah.
Felt like I might have been doing something exotic, like being in Argentina or Mexico on a duck hunt, when it's warm. And
it's different, isn't it?
So it was fun. Blue-winged teal was what we've all we saw were blue-winged teal.
Really? Okay.
No green-winged teal, and it was a lot of fun.
Well,
The dogs are having a big time.
Oh, that's the big deal. That's the big deal. You let the dogs do the work, and kind of gives them. It's kind of a preseason, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's something to kind of whet your appetite, and you can. In our case, with my good friend Steve Lackey, that I was out there with, and we were in one of our usual spots, and so we're out there looking and said, well, we need to do this year, and we need to do that, and about trying to.
Oh, you're looking toward the regular duck season.
Yeah, I get making our improvements and getting ready for the regular duck season.
Well, I know that I've heard reports. I know Frank wanted me to come and have some fun with him, but I just got back from Mossy Oak Golf Course, under construction in West Point, Mississippi. I got a chance to visit with Toxie Haas, Bill Suggs, and Cuz Strickland, all the guys at Mossy Oak down there, and pulled out a story that I wrote about them in 1990, and they're getting ready to come up on 30 years in business. Mossy Oak in West Point, Mississippi. They're just like they were in the old days. It was great visiting with those guys. I'm going to talk a lot about that later on in the show, about the new Mossy Oak Golf Course. It's going to be back to nature. This is a golf course that you just got to see it to believe it. And I was really surprised that they said that 70 to 80% of the PGA golfers hunt or fish. So they're taking this golf course and making it like nature. They're bringing in sand from the Tombigbee River, 600,000 tons of sand. Oh, it's amazing and everything. All right, Frank.
That's a lot of trucks. Now next month, giving you that heads up.
Yes.
Okay, next month I'll have to call in again because
you're going to be.
I'll be at the Master National Retriever Club Hunt Test in Shiraz, South Carolina. It's going to be the largest performance event in the history of the American Kennel Club.
Now, that's what you said last year.
Well, it was last year. Well, actually, it was the year before.
Year before?
Yeah, year before. This will be the largest performance event, and we have 915 dogs in it.
Good night. All right, can you hang on for a little while here? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back on ESPN 790.